All right, another day on the 4runner. Last left off, I was trying to get the AC compressor bolts off, so I sprayed them penetrant. So now we're back on it today, and we're up to 334. Hopefully, we can get this off without having to use heat.
There's a lot of pressure on here.
Okay, got mine. $13 smoothie, 2 rusty nuts, the ambulance, the welder. What does that mean? Oh, it's gonna break. Wish this cross member wasn't in the way. Well, I don't know if that was the bolt or the ratchet. Oh my gosh. What about this top one? Okay, we're gonna do the double wrench method. So if you've ever seen this, right, you want more leverage, voila. I think the top one's working, which is good. Okay, ratcheting wrench. Ouch. Alright, let's pause this for a second. Alright, may have found a wrench that works. Got my Matco gear wrench with the 15-degree angle, so it's angled towards me. The straight ones just can't get past all these hoses. I was able to get a 3/8 ratchet on there, but the wrench just gives me more leverage. I would keep getting the ratchet stuck on the control arm and everything else. Okay, one bolt's out. It's really dry. Alright, we're doing this bottom piece without the secondary audio. I think I'm gonna get a cheater bar for this. Okay, cheater bar installed. I don't even think this is worth watching. I got the sway bar right in the way. I can't even see anything. Okay, coming out now. There we go. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. I'll get you a better view. Well, I guess it's better than the bolt being snapped off, but that's why we were having so much trouble getting it out. All that aluminum's all galled up on there. So we're gonna have to fix that when I get this bracket off. Oh, why do you hate me so? Okay, it's 90 degrees out here. What's next? Okay, both my AC compressor bolts, and then these were the other bolts for our fan bracket that we're taking off right now. We're attempting to. We still have something attached to it, it seems like. The compressor's still attached. Somewhat. Is there a back bolt on this compressor? I probably should have looked at the diagram for this before I started tearing all this apart again. I don't remember struggling this much. Okay. I'm gonna look at that diagram and be back. Okay, yeah, so last night it was bound up right here, so I think that's what's preventing me from just sliding it out. Yeah, it was a little cattywampus. Ugh. And we may need to take off this bracket right here. Let me show you. So I could probably get it out, but it'll probably be easier if I take this little bracket right there off, and then this guy would slide out, I think. Oh, let me get a screwdriver. I only have flat blade screwdrivers. Doesn't make any sense. I put the Phillips on the left, and they're never on the left. Okay, so there's your fan. 1, 2, 3, and then this was number 4. Oh, and that was there, but it could have already been off. Alright, our next step is the crankshaft pulley. This is a 22 millimeter. Hopefully this will get it off. And it will. Well, that was relatively easy. We'll see how easy the actual crankshaft is. Ooh, that like never happens. So back when I did this at 100,000 miles, I must have greased it up, because that never happens. Usually you have to get a puller and pull that off. So I bet you when I put it on last time, I greased it up. Nice. Nice. You don't know how easy that makes this. Okay, so our next step is to get, I need to see the screen. So we got a 10 mil bolt there, and one there. Is there one? There's 3. So, boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's get those off. Okay, it's starting to get a little crazy with tools here. We need to start putting stuff away. It's 22. I know we're not going to use it anytime soon. Oh, my impact's inside. I'll be back. This bumper so I can get in my way. There they are. Four bolts. Wow, that one's not even tight. Did you try to loosen this one earlier? Maybe you forgot to tighten it at 100,000 miles. I say 3 bolts, 4 bolts. All the same size. Okay. So then this is our cam sensor, tooth reluctor, whatever. Make sure it goes back on the same way. So the beveled edge goes out. Okay. Now at this point, we should be able to take the time belt off and change the water pump. But what I want to do, I believe, so first we need to get everything at top dead center, which probably would have been easier. I'm still debating on those cam seals. But I'm pretty sure there's, oh, there's a mark right here. You have that little dot right there. I wonder, let me turn this light off. So you got a dot right there, and it's supposed to line up with something on the case, which I can't see right now. Maybe I'll see it after this video. Okay, and then you have your lines right there on the gear, and it lines up with the line next to the T up there. Same thing on this side, right? So that just needs to go a little bit, and I'm not sure about our crankshaft. We'll look at that. Okay, I know it looks like we're going backwards here, which we kind of are, but I want to go ahead and line up the crankshaft pulley up to top dead center so we can get everything lined up. So I need my 22 mil. Alright, so we gotta bar the engine over. I'm not sure how easy that's gonna be, especially since it's been sitting for months. Oh, not too hard, looks like. It'd probably be easier if I took the spark plugs out. Oh, which is actually part of this service anyway. Okay, so we need to be a little bit past our marks, because I think they end up snapping back. And I'm pretty sure the service manual says to go to line up with this bolt on the idler pulley here. So we're gonna attempt to do, there we go, look at that. Okay, so let's show you where we're at. All right. Oh, the screen I need to see. Okay, so our timing mark is pretty much lined up with the center of the bolt on the idler pulley, which puts your timing mark right there on this side, and it puts it right there on that side. Now, when we take everything apart, I think these camshafts actually snap back a little bit, and we'll see that when we actually take the belt off. Now, if we can get the crankshaft pulley back out without moving it. Bolts out. Pulley is out. Okay. And then our little cover, I just stuck that on there to gauge the marks. Alright. So I got my bolts back in the cover here so I don't lose them. And I looked at my timing cover set, or a timing kit set, and I do have cam seals. So we're going to go ahead and replace those. I don't see a crankshaft seal though. So I might have to go buy that separate. Oh, and just a little update. We are at 335 subscribers. Thank you, Elizabeth. You were the last one that I saw. Okay, back here. All right. So at this point, we should be able to take our belt off. So I need to remove this guy and our tensioner. So let's go ahead and take this one off. That should be a 14 mil. Check. Okay. And I think there's a washer on the back of this. Make sure not to drop it. Oh, no washer. Okay. So this bolt, and this is a special bolt. It's got a little extra shoulder on there, so this rides on there. And after 100,000 miles, This bearing's pretty good. Alright, so now the tensioner, this needs to come out, and that's metric. And then this has to come out. What size is that? That's a 14 there. Okay. And I'll be putting some thread sealer on all this stuff before I put it back together. I don't know why I didn't do it. Well, I guess I know why. Because I bet you I didn't have any. But probably get that out with the impact. Not deep enough. I could probably go get one. But by the time I go get one, I have this one off. Okay, this one's out. Oh yeah, it's already starting to corrode and stuff on there. So we need to make sure we fix that when we get the new one back on. Okay, what is that? What size is that? Allen. Hopefully it's a 10. And it is a 10. Okay. Where's my baby impact? Here we go. Oh. Okay. There it goes. Tensioner popped right. Oh, there's that washer I was talking about. It goes on this one. And when you put this back together, make sure you lube this. It looks like there was some lube on here. I probably put grease on it. Just so it doesn't seize up. Alright, so now this, what else are we attached to here? Let's get the new one and look. Oh, it's attached to a bracket. Okay. Is that part of the timing cover? I guess let's pull this off. Alright, this bearing, it's got a little bit of play in it. Yep, just a little bit. Alright, so I'm guessing I can just take the two 10 mil bolts out of here. One, or they might be 12, let's look. They are, I think 12. 12 millimeter, and we're going to need a socket on that. I need to stop talking through these parts where I know I'm going to fast forward through it. There we go. Alright, this is your auto tensioner, okay? And it has these two bolts with it. Okay, 12 mil. And we're gonna set that next to our old pieces here. Okay, so that's out. Now we can take our timing belt off. One side is not ribbed, so it should be able to just slip right off. That side has a lip on it, so you can't slip it right off. And then the crank should be able to slip off the bottom. But you gotta make sure it's squared up. All right, let's inspect this timing belt. So I did this at like 100 or 110,000. I can't, I'd have to look it up and see exactly, but we got a little bit, you know, cracking on the outside there. How about the inside? Besides all the dirt, the inside doesn't look too bad at all. But I'm sure if you're doing this for the first time at like 100,000 or 200,000, it's probably gonna look worse than this. So, okay. Timing belt is off. Now we need to take our cam gears off. Now I debated on doing this, but it's got 200,000 miles on it. So I should be replacing as much as I can while I have it open, like that front crank seal. It doesn't look like it's leaking yet, and you can't really tell on these cam gears if they're leaking because they have this metal cover on both sides, unless you could see it like dripping from the front of the engine, which, let's take a look here. I know my valve cover gaskets are leaking, but I don't think the cam seals are leaking, but I have them. I'm going to replace them because I know if I don't, they're going to leak, and I'm just going to be cussing myself. All right, so our next step, we got to take off the water pump, and we got to take off the cam gears. So let's pause because I'm almost out of battery, and then we'll do, I kind of want to do the water pump now just in case we got to drain anything. So it looks like we have a cover right here, and then the wires on this side of it. Okay, 12 mil. Let's get it. Baby impact. Oh, I'm gonna put this with my old one. Put this away. Okay, here we go. Let's start left to right. And I already forgot where this one went. I think it went. I forgot. So I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna put my nut back on it so it doesn't get lost. And these are gonna get a healthy dose of anti-seize when they go back in, because I can already see them starting to corrode. I'm really surprised I didn't put anything on them. I need one of those magnetic mats. Okay, so we got another bolt right here on the right side of your water pump pulley. And I'm doing this like one by one so we know where they go back, right? So we can look back at the footage and see where they go. So next one around, that's a stud there. We got a nut here with a lock washer. Bolt here on the southeast side of the water pump. Okay, I don't see another one. We got this one on the 8 o'clock position. Put it next to here because it's on that side. Let's look at this new water pump and make sure we got them all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we got them all. What is going on with you? My baby skunk. This is our baby skunk. He's a little restless right now. Baby skunk. Oh, there you go. You just want to snuggle in my hands. All his brothers and sisters' eyes are open. His don't really open. Okay, baby skunk. I'm going to have to give you back to mommy. Go get him. Go get him. You got him. Alright, so at this point, we should be able to pull the water pump off. I might need some help with a certain pry bar. Oh, there shouldn't be that much coolant in there. Let me make sure I got a pan underneath it. Okay. This is why I do this now. Oh, it's all over the alternator. Good job, buddy. Come on. We're really close to this cam sensor here on this side. It is a really tight fit with this water pump. with these on. If I were to pull the cam gears off and then pull these out, this water pump would come right out. Oh, we also have this tube right here. I bet you that's held on by an O-ring. That's what's holding us up for sure. All right, let me get a little pry bar and see if I can massage it out. There we go, there we go, there. I felt it. Ooh. Okay, I want to show you how dangerous this is. Look how close we are to that crank sensor, that cam sensor. Firing off. Battery's dead, folks. But I just want to show you how close we were. We should pull, you know, just to be safe, pull that sensor off of there. Look at this water pump gasket. This thing's multi-layer. This is a sweet gasket. The dirt daubers I don't really approve of. Yeah, it's like a head gasket, multi-layer. I like that. Good job, Toyota. Okay, now I'm about 90% sure I did not replace this back at 100,000. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. At least now you can see that it's possible to go that long and not have any real issues. So I did do the coolant, you know, this bearing's good at the appropriate interval. All right, that's all for tonight, and we'll hit this again tomorrow.